Hello everyone, welcome back to my page, The Delightful Chef Eats. Today I'm going to be making for you a beef roast. So in this mortar and pestle, I have garlic and thyme and that's it. You can just roughly chop it if you don't have this tool. Just give it a really rough chop. I'm not making it very fine at all. I want there to be big chunky pieces. This is my beef roast that I got from Walmart. So it's only $11, less than $12. The reason I'm showing the price is because this is going to feed a lot of people for a while. So sometimes we think buying it is going to be cheaper, already cooked or processed, but sometimes fresh is actually pretty cheap. So this is going to be something that takes a while, but it's not going to be something that you have to fuss over. So I've washed my meat. I'm just patting it dry and getting all that excess water out of it. Now I'm using my knife and I'm just piercing some holes into the meat. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to stuff the garlic that you saw me just pound very roughly into the holes. So just make as many holes as you want. You can add any seasoning you want to this as well. So I'm just adding garlic and thyme. You can if you like spicy, you can add whatever pepper that you like. You can add some black peppercorns that you can crack into the seasoning mix. You can add whatever you like to that. So now that I've stuffed all my holes, I'm going to use the rest of the garlic, and I've added here like 6 or 7 cloves of garlic because I'm going to use this for the entire process. So instead of having to chop every time, I'm just chopping a big amount. So now I've added some salt and seasonings, and I'm just spreading it across my cutting board here. And I'm going to add a little bit more salt and pepper. Again, you can add whatever you like. So if you wanted to add your favorite seasonings, like some cayenne pepper, paprika, I'm just showing the, basic as possible for those who just want to keep it safe. But add your favorite spices and your favorite seasonings to this as you like. I'm adding salt, pepper. I'm also adding a little bit of Vegeta because I add Vegeta to everything. And I'm adding all of this to my cutting board, and I'm going to add some oil. Just try to spread it out as evenly as you can. And now I'm going to take my beef roast and I am going to rub it all around. So this is my lazy way of seasoning it. Is that terrible? I just think it's fun, first of all, and I just think it's a good way to get an even coating. And your cutting board's already messy, so you might as well go for it. So now I have my pan. It's at about medium heat, and I've been preheating it. You don't need to use a cast iron skillet like I am. I just really like this pot. And it's not expensive. It cost me $20 at Canadian Tire. And it wasn't even, I think it was on sale. I'm not going to lie. But they're not as expensive as you think they are if you were interested in getting one. So I'm just going to sear this and get some brown color on all sides, like all the sides. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put it on its side. I'm going to do the two ends, everything. And just to do it all until it has a color. Ignore the potatoes at the side. I was just chopping some potatoes. I'll explain what they are in a second. So I'm just going to sear it on all sides, and then afterwards I'm going to, also with this, you can add anything that you want. I'm just adding some potatoes and carrots. If you wanted to add sweet potato, if you wanted to add, I don't know, what's in squash, if you wanted to add rutabaga, anything that you're into, you can add to this, just whatever winter vegetables that you like. I'm now adding the rest of my garlic and thyme mix to this, as well as some salt and pepper. If you're not confident about seasoning, please put the seasoning in your hand first before you add it to your to anything that you're seasoning. So now I'm just adding a little bit of salt and pepper and mixing it around with my garlic and thyme mixture. The reason why I added a little bit of salt to the mortar and pestle earlier was to help grind that garlic a little bit more fine. For some reason, salt just really helps you make it a lot smaller and helps the garlic release some of its juices, so you can kind of use that. So now that I have my pot roast, it's seared on all sides. I'm going to remove it from the pan, and I am going to deglaze my pan with beer. I'm adding about a cup of beer. You can use whatever you want again with this. So I'm adding beer because that's what I have. And that brand of beer is fairly inexpensive. It tastes good. It's like $2. If you want, you can just add water. You can add red wine. That would be a really good addition. Or you can add beef stock if you have some. And now I'm just pouring that over my roast. I am going to add a little bit more liquid to this because I don't want my vegetables to burn. I want them to sort of I want them to I want them to have color, but I don't want them to burn before they're cooked. So I'm going to add another half a cup of liquid to this. I've been preheating my oven to 325. If you have a really strong oven, I would say 275. And this is what it looks like after about an hour. It's going to take about an hour and a half to cook, depending on the size, but it's so worth it. Check this out, guys. Thanks for watching.